A quick thank you to my amazing Patreons and members for supporting this channel for such a long time. You guys are awesome, and thank you for everything you do. Keep doing what you're doing because it's helping us tremendously. Welcome back to a new video, guys. It's good to have you all here. Now, I thought of this idea when I was lying in bed last night, and I thought it might be a pretty good idea to do a video about things that you may or may not know about me. I know it's a pretty strange video, but I am kind of coming up with some nice ideas with the channel. I just want to do everything that I want to do. And I thought this would be a great way to get to know me a little bit. So I'm going to tell you guys a few things that you may or may not know about me. So I have never really been drunk in my entire life. I know, right? It's a bit strange. I've always been surrounded by people who drink, smoke, and everything, and it's just not appealed to me. I was always the guy who would rather sit in my room and play Oblivion all night than go and drink and smoke. I've had friends who, the peer pressure thing, it's never worked on me. I've never been peer pressured into doing anything that I didn't want to do, and I'm quite proud of that. So I don't drink, I don't smoke. Okay, the only thing I've done is some hubbly bubbly, but I never inhaled anything. And yes, I have had a beer before. I never got drunk though, so yeah, no. Another thing is that I am quite antisocial. I mean, I don't like to hang around people. I find it hard to communicate with a lot of people in my vicinity. It's a bit strange. If you were around me, if there were a lot of people around me, you would understand, you would see how I look and how I act. It's very different because I don't know, I'm just not good around other people. I don't know what it is. It's a bit strange to think that when I've got a channel with 20,000 subscribers, yet I can talk to you guys just fine. I guess it's talking to a camera is not as bad as talking to real people. I don't know. It's a bit strange, but anyway, I'm not a social person. I don't like going out. I don't like going to parties, discos, whatever you call them. It's not my thing. I do like nature. I like to go there, experience some nature. But that as far as it goes. I don't like to go out. Now, when I was in school, and I've been to a couple of schools. I won't mention the name, of course, but my school, the one school I went to, had a bit of a strange system going, okay? And I actually won rewards. Yeah, I won rewards for being polite, helpful, and kind to others. And multiple years that I won these rewards. So I'll show you guys. I'll try not to show the name of the school because I don't want you guys to know. But these are, I can show that one. Some rewards, I think the two are for being the most polite and friendly child in the entire school. I know it's pretty strange. Is that a thing? Do you get that? And then the other one was, I believe, I achieved a lot in 1 year with my grades and stuff. So I would do very well in one thing, and I was determined to get it done. And I got a reward for that as well. So I'm quite proud of these. But even though these was the only rewards I ever got in my life, I was quite good at swimming as well. I came first in backstroke. Freestyle was about third or second. I didn't really like swimming, but I did well in it. And running, I was average in running. I would sometimes there were a lot of skinnier kids than me, I suppose, so they would just take off and leave me in the dust. But I'm really proud of these rewards, and I guess that kind of shows the type of person I am, I hope. So when I was younger, my family was very outgoing, believe it or not. It's probably why I don't like to go out anymore. And they used to take me everywhere, to the Lion Park, to the game reserves, to, you name it, to Santa Lucia. We used to go to all these places so many times. And I don't like traveling, but back then, I don't regret it because I have learned so much about nature, wildlife, fishing. My father used to take me fishing all the time. Overall, my parents have been really good to me, guys. I haven't had a bad childhood. I haven't been abused. I've had a really good life, I would say. I'm really happy with that. I mean, my parents have never hurt me physically or anything like that. And they've always been supportive, most part. I mean, I try to do YouTube, and my father's like, no, finish school and get a job. You know those people? Yeah, he was wrong. Well, about the YouTube thing, okay? Because it did really well, and yeah, I did a lot of things. I think camping was my favorite, and it was my dad's most hated thing, and he always used to moan because he used to do all the work. So he would pack the car, he would pack everything, and I would just sit there with my toys ready to go. I'm like, Dad, the bicycle! He put the bicycle on, that would make it worse because there's just like no space for that. So I used to like riding my bicycle. I had a BMX, a mountain bike, and I think there was another one I can't remember, but I remember my mountain bike always used to get punches. So my dad put these special tires on that would not get punches, so I can literally just drive anywhere. The only problem is those tires made that thing super heavy, so it was quite difficult to get that around, but it was a very strong bike. So yeah. So what got me into gaming was my brother, actually. I would say it was his fault. I think without him, I wouldn't be able to even know, I wouldn't even caught on back then. So basically, he had a really bad computer, and he would play a lot of Call of Duty 1. And I used to watch him, and I was like, yeah, I really like that. That's really cool, and I wanted to play. So every time he would be at school or something, I would ask him, please play on your computer. Can I play Call of Duty 1? And I played that game so much. I played Call of Duty 1 over and over and over. And that was my first game I ever played, guys. And I really loved it. And I started getting introduced to World War II stuff and Germans and all that type of stuff. And then that made my love for Germany and the history behind the World War II even more, because I love that type of stuff. I love history, especially towards the World War II era, and the art and all that type of stuff. And even some of the music's pretty cool. So yeah, that would be my first game. And then his friend he had came over one night to do a LAN. And back then the LANs were quite popular. And they would play Counter-Strike, Source, and Joint Ops. And one game his friend showed me, which, this made me fall in love, guys, was the game Oblivion. Okay, that was Elder Scrolls Oblivion. I can't tell you how much I love that game. And I never had a PC back then. And I just wanted to play this game so badly. I really liked that game, and I played it. Eventually, I got a PC, and I could barely play it, so I had everything on low settings. And I could play it, and I was so happy, and I would play that game for years to come. And then I discovered World of Warcraft. Yes. And then that's what started my World of Warcraft thing. And then from World of Warcraft, it kind of branched out to all the other games. And I found 7 Days to Die way later. It's not even near to my childhood. I don't think so. I can't remember. So yeah, that was my first game I ever played, and that's what kind of started me into the gaming world, I would suppose. So I haven't had many girlfriends. I've had, I would call them just flings, people that I liked, never really kissed, or any of the sort. So RJ was the very first real girlfriend I've ever had. The other girls that I did like before RJ were just, hey, I like them. And that was basically it. So technically, RJ is my first girlfriend. I never had anybody else. When I was younger, I had a lot of friends. They used to come and play over my house, and yeah, lots of friends. But when I grew up, I got older, a lot of my friends kind of took the bad path. You know, the path that I didn't like. Going out, drinking, having a party, doing those things, smoking. That wasn't my thing, and I kind of detached myself from them. I never had wanted anything to do with them. I stayed away. They were just bad for me. I at the time, that's what I thought. And yeah, I kind of lost 90% of my friends as growing up, because they just went down another path, and that was not me. I was a gamer. I like to be inside. I like to play my games. That was me, okay? At the moment, I would say I've got about 2 real friends. That's it. It doesn't help that I've got a YouTube channel, because I spend most of my time inside doing YouTube, spending time with RJ. There's really no time to actually make some friends right now. So yeah, I don't have many friends, but it's maybe for the better, because friends come with drama sometimes, right? sometimes. Besides, I got RJ and my other 2 friends, so what more do you need? Now, I don't remember the age, but I think I was about 5, 6, 7, 8 years old maybe. And I had a disease. Not really. Okay, well, it wasn't a disease, it was a sickness, more like. For some reason, I had this urge to eat sand when I was younger. Don't ask me why. I don't know why. I just would take a whole lot of sand and put it in my mouth. I don't know, just a kid. I don't know why I did that. And then I found myself getting really sick. And then I ended up in hospital for like about 2 weeks, and no one could figure out what was wrong with me for a very long time, and I almost died. And then it was a worm, apparently. As far as I remember, there was a worm that was inside me, and they had to wait for medication from, I think, America to come down, and it took about another 2 weeks to get down. So I was in hospital this entire time, really sick, and I almost died. So thank goodness I didn't, because that sucked. And I don't really remember too much of it. I remember being there, I remember being in hospital, and I remember there being a window on my left, and my father, he bought me some toys. And then the one thing I do remember, which is quite funny, because it's like literally the only thing I remember, the nurse came to stick a tablet up my ass. And I don't like that. When I was a kid, I hated that. I could not stand that. So when she came, I kicked her in the face. And that's the only thing I remember. I don't even know if that tablet went up my ass. I just remember kicking her in the face with my foot. Yeah, good times. Good times. Maybe I succeeded with that. I don't know. All I remember is me kicking her in the face. When it comes time to wearing shirts, I am not a fan of a lot of the shirts that you buy. I usually wear majority of shirts that have this, the collar. I much prefer these, and the buttons, guys, the buttons. I like the buttons. You will hardly see me wearing just a shirt. Sometimes if it's a shirt with something like this, then that's fine. I like my buttons. I got like, I think 90% of my clothes, they're just all shirts with buttons and this. I don't know. I feel comfortable in this. I'm happy with this. It makes me look mature. It's just the way I like to do it. And I usually wear short pants when I do my recordings and stuff. I don't like long pants. No. I don't care how cold it is. I don't care. I don't wear long pants. It's just not my thing. I feel uncomfortable. So I just stick to my short pants and I'm happy. So after school, I went to work for my father, who is a mechanic. He runs his own workshop and stuff like that. And yeah, so before this YouTube went successful, I was a vehicle mechanic, just basic vehicles. And I didn't learn everything, and I'm not a professional. I really just learned the basic stuff, like a car service. The clutch, I can do a little bit of that. I can take a wheel off, obviously. So I know the real basics of doing a car, fixing some of the things. So yeah, I did that for a while, and then I did not like it, guys. It's my father's thing, it's not my thing. I don't even think my father likes it either. He just does it because it's what he's good at. So yeah, I did that and I hated it. It was too frustrating for me. There's all those parts and things and nuts and things that won't come out, and you would just sit there and knock, and you'll hurt your fingers, and everything will just hurt, and you'll get sunburned because you worked outside most of the time. No, not my thing. And then I gave up on that, and then I just tried my very best on YouTube. It wasn't even going anywhere. My YouTube was nowhere. It was not even I thought, this is never going to work. I just keep doing it, and it worked. We're here. So yeah, I was a vehicle mechanic before YouTube, and I would probably, if YouTube did not succeed, I would probably continue that career. I would have gone further into it. It may have been better for me to get to another country, because a lot of other countries like mechanics and stuff, I don't think other countries want YouTube. Is what for, So that probably would have worked, but I didn't enjoy it at all. So I think that's about all I have for you right now. It's all what came to my head. There might be more, I just can't recall. Am I a cat or a dog lover? I prefer dogs more, and especially small dogs. I had a small dog, a miniature pinscher. I have a small dog, miniature pinscher. Her name's Amber. yeah, that's about it, guys. I'm a dog person, not a cat person. And I think that's all I got for you guys. I hope this was enjoyable, and I hope you learned something about me in today's video. It's a bit random, I know, but I felt like doing a video like this. And I guess that you guys get to get a little bit more closer with me, which is very important on my channel. So again, guys, thank you very much for watching, and if you're new to the channel, subscribe, hit the like button, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Bye-bye.